Hey guys, so today I thought I would do the throwback tag just to, I guess, give you a bit more information about my past, I guess. And here goes. What year were you born in? I was born in 1997. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. Well, I only have, the one that I can only find is this one, and it's of me when I was at my parents' wedding, and I think I was about, I was between 4 to 6. I can't remember the exact age I was, because the girl in that's my little sister, and we were it was at my grandparents' place, which it was really fun from what I remember. I could be remembering it completely different because it was so long ago. What TV shows did you watch growing up? I think when I was younger I watched a lot of Bananas in Pajamas, and then I'm not really sure what I moved on to watching. I think it was Simpsons I watched a lot at one point, and that was just carried on until I just at points just stopped watching TV, and I think I just started playing on the Xbox and stuff like that. What did you want to be when you were growing up, and do you still want to be that? When I was growing up I wanted to be a builder. There's a pretty funny reason behind that, but that can be another video. And I don't want to be that anymore. And now I want to be an architect. So it's kind of still along the same lines of with buildings, but it's different. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. I don't really think my parents videoed me very much when I was younger, or they did, and they're just holding on to them for my 21st birthday to embarrass the hell out of me. What were your favourite toys to play with? I have not a clue. I used to love doing a lot of different puzzle kind of things, anything to do with wood or just like putting shapes into stuff. So this was like all through growing up, because I don't know why, I just really liked figuring stuff out and having it like completed in front of me. So I did a lot of puzzles and all those, anything similar to puzzles and stuff. I was just so enticed by them, I guess. What is the most embarrassing thing you can remember? I don't really remember any of my embarrassing stuff growing up. My parents probably remember all of them, just because they probably are just waiting for the perfect moment to bring it up and then embarrass the hell out of me in front of a lot of people. So probably my 21st, most of them will be brought up then. So yay, I've got to wait a year and a bit for my pure embarrassment. So I'm looking forward to that. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I don't think I actually have anything I wrote when I was in kindergarten. If I do, I'll just post it in another video just as a kind of link back to this one. So I'll try and find something, but I have no clue where it would be, because we probably threw it away the last time we moved, because it probably looked like it was just in one of my old books, and I probably just don't have anything at the moment. But I'll try to look and then do it in one of my life update videos to just give you guys an insight into what I wrote when I was a hell of a lot younger. 3 songs you listened to as a child. I'm not sure what they were, but they were probably mostly soundtracks to the TV shows that I watched. Or anything that was on the radio at the time, because I think I knew I used to listen to a lot of Pink when I was growing up, because that was pretty much my mum's favourite singer and songwriter. So every time I went to the car, that'd pretty much be playing all the time. So I guess that kind of got pushed onto me as well. What was one thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? I didn't really dress up as anything for Halloween, because where we lived in Australia didn't do Halloween, and we didn't really know anyone that did Halloween, so I guess I kind of missed out on that. That's where one of the facts why I wanted to live in America when I was young, because you just get to walk around and get lollies, and every little kid's dream is to get lots and lots of lollies for free. And yeah, I really wished I had the Halloween experience, I guess. Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were younger. Well, it seems now funny, but at the time I don't reckon my parents thought it was funny, because we were down at the dam near, like, at my grandparents' place. No, not the dam, like the local lake. And me and my dad were feeding ducks. I was about, what, 2 or something around that at the time. And my dad was swinging his arm, throwing all the bread into the dam, like the lake. And then giving all the ducks their bread, and then for some reason I decided to run straight in front of his arm, and just as he was taking his swing, and he just knocked my head, and I flew straight into the water, and the only thing that was hanging out of the water was one of my legs, and I was just slowly sinking, and my dad pretty much just grabbed my leg, pulled me out, and then I was just like coughing and spluttering because I was obviously just taking in a lot of water. And now that I think about it, it sounds quite funny, but probably at the time, my parents probably were freaking out because they had just, like, he had just knocked his son headfirst into a lake. But I think it's quite funny now. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? I think a couple of things that I've just kept as little memento things are like teddy bears that I've just stored away, but I've still kept them because they are like my little keepsakes, I guess, that I could probably pass on to my kids if I ever have any. What was something you used to do as a child? When I was really young, I used to run around with stones in my mouth because my mum told me a story. Was one time they noticed that my mouth was like really full because I had my really puffed cheeks at the time, so I'm just running around and gone. And so my mum was just like, "What have you got in your mouth?" And then she's like, "Spit it out." So I was just like, "Bleh." And then just tons and tons of stones fell out of my mouth. I'm actually really surprised that I didn't choke, because it's pretty lucky, because the amount of stones that I had in my mouth I probably should have. And I also, for some reason, I used to shove flower buds up my nose. And I think I only did this one time because I shoved one too far up, and my mum had to get tweezers to pull them out, and it obviously hurt quite a bit because I never did it again. What was the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? I remember it was probably because of my overactive imagination, but at one of my old houses, we had these curtains that sometimes they wouldn't go all the way, so they'd have like about, I don't know, 4 centimeters wide of just like you could see straight outside. And it was, I think sometime after I had like a nightmare, I just saw these red glowing eyes in the window, and that happened like once or twice, and probably because I had an overactive imagination, it scared the living shit out of me. But I guess any kid around when he was growing up, if there's like the idea of a monster, you're gonna get scared no matter what. How is the world different now from it was when you were a child? I guess it's different in the fact that when I was a child, everything was free to me. Now, everything costs money pretty much, and that's one of the major aspects, I guess, that have changed from like my childhood world to my adult world, is the aspect that you have to pay for everything. And that's all the questions I've got today. I hope you like this video and just finding out a little bit me in my childhood. I hope you thought some of the stuff was funny. Give it a big thumbs up if you thought it was good. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And as always, stay safe. Peace.